Assalamu alaikum ladies, so I'm gonna do a different kind of a video today, and it's to kind of celebrate my, well, it was supposed to be to celebrate my 3rd YouTube anniversary, which was a couple of days ago, but I completely missed that because of moving and it was just, things have just been very hectic. And so I figured I would probably upload this on my actual birthday, November 17th. This is going to be my, as the title says, everyday makeup routine. I'm just going to show you how and what I put on my face as a kind of a natural everyday look. I say everyday, although I don't wear makeup every day, but in my videos and in my pictures that you see on, if you're following me on Instagram or on Facebook, then you will see me with makeup on my face. Bearing in mind, the reason I don't do makeup tutorials, well, there are a few reasons, but the main reason is because there are lots of excellent makeup artists on YouTube. So please don't watch my video and think that I'm trying to show you how to wear makeup, because I'm not a professional by any means. This is just how I put makeup on my face, and I have been getting requests for that for a very long time, and I thought I would finally do the video. One of my pet peeves is wastage, and I just hate wasting, well, anything, and makeup is one of the things that I hate wasting, so I try to use up what I buy. You might be thinking, like, if I don't like it, why am I using it? It's because I try to just use up what I have. I start off by moisturising my face. First I moisturise my under eye area, and I use the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream for that. This is a must for me. I've tried lots of different eye creams, and in my opinion, for under makeup, this cream works the best for me. I also use the Hydrating Face Cream by Bobbi Brown. This is okay, I'm using it just to use it up. I guess it does the job, it hydrates the face. I'm not a huge believer in a one product works perfectly for everybody, and I think that a lot of products are gimmicks, what's on the market, and sometimes a high-end cream might work for you just because it works for you, and sometimes a low-end cream might work for you. Like, my mom used Nivea for years and her skin is really nice, mashallah, but Nivea just doesn't do enough for my skin. The next thing I do is to conceal my dark circles, and I use the Collection 2000 concealer for that. I think this is a really, really, really good concealer. I mean, this replaced my Makeup Forever concealer. I don't really have a bad word to say about this concealer. I think it's hydrating, it doesn't cake up, it doesn't sit in fine lines, it, like I said, covers really, really well, and if I am having a really bad dark circle day, particularly deprived of sleep or anemic or whatever, then I will put on a second layer of this, or I will use a different creamier concealer. But generally for day-to-day wear, where I'm not looking for a full coverage makeup, this does the job very, very well. And I dab this under the eye a couple of times, under each eye, and then I wait for a couple of seconds, because when you wait a couple of seconds it becomes slightly thicker and it just gives slightly more of an opaque coverage, in my opinion anyway, under the eye. So I wait a couple of seconds and then I blend the concealer out using this. This is actually a travel foundation brush by Smashbox, but it's just the perfect size for my under eye area, and I literally just pat away and blend out the concealer under the eye. So I dab into the corner of the eye and take it slightly onto the brow bone and eyelid area, just to neutralise all of the discoloration around my eyes. The next thing that I do is I set my concealer, and I use my Chanel setting powder for that, and this is called the Poudre Universelle Libre. Do you like my awful French accent? Which means a natural finish loose powder, and it's absolutely mahoosive. This is extremely finely milled. It's a very, very fine powder, and so it doesn't crease up around the eyes, doesn't cake up, and it just does what I want it to do, which is to set the concealer. So I take this onto my, I think this is an eyeshadow brush by Smashbox. No, it's not, it's a blending brush by Smashbox. And because it's quite wide and it's very fluffy and very soft, it's perfect for my eye area. And I literally just dab the powder around the eyes, all the way across the area where I placed the concealer. Okay, next thing I move on to is my foundation. Now, I have been using Bare Minerals for years. I just really like the coverage that it gives. It's very natural. It allows your real skin to sort of come through, and okay, it doesn't give the full coverage that other foundations might give, although they claim that it does. In my opinion, it doesn't. I just really like it for the way that it feels on my skin. It doesn't feel like makeup. You swivel the top around to reveal the sifter, and then you take out a very small amount of the powder, and once it's in your lid, you swirl the brush around in your lid, you tap off the excess, and then you start to buff the foundation into your skin. I sort of split my face into two. Sometimes I actually work on one half and then the other half, and on other days I'll work on the top half and then the bottom half. I think on this occasion I worked on the top half first, so I start off with my forehead, bring it down my nose, and then around the eye area. I don't go all the way under the eyes because I don't want that powder to start creasing and caking around the eyes. I sort of take it around my cheek area, and then I go in with a second round, load the brush again, and then work on the area around my mouth and sort of the lower face area. If you want a fuller coverage, what you can do is take your brush, spray it with some water or some rose water or something, and then dip it into your minerals and then buff that into your skin. And the wetting of the brush and the minerals makes the mineral powder slightly, I guess, thicker, and so it gives you a slightly heavier coverage, if that makes sense. So you can see why I don't do makeup tutorials. I'm probably not the best at explaining all this stuff, but I'm trying. This is going to be my eyebrow filling in stage. And for this, I'm currently using a Macquillage eyebrow pencil. And I don't know, I'm using it, it's meh, it's kind of okay. It photographs and comes off on camera, and I bet it will come off slightly off colour. I don't know. So if you can recommend any eyebrow pencil that's quite long lasting and has a decent colour selection, then please let me know, because I am looking for a better eyebrow pencil. The next thing that I do is to use my eyeliner, and I use the Smashbox Midnight Black eyeliner. And I just load up the brush by just sort of going back and forth on the gel and then just lining at the lash line, and I try to wing it out slightly. My technique isn't very good, but I try to wing it out, and I try to put as much pigment as possible along the lash line. I don't usually wear mascara, so I try to keep the lash line as black as I can with the eyeliner. And then the next thing I do usually is to line my waterline. Sometimes I line it with black or with brown, but usually, just for a more sort of natural and wide-eyed look, I use my Benefit Eye Bright pencil. It looks like pink, but it really comes off as a kind of an off-white colour. It looks scary. When I first saw it, I was like, what? Pink? I'm going to look crazy. But no. The next thing that I do is I bronze up my face. I like to contour my cheekbones because I have a fuller face, and so this just redefines my cheeks and also just adds a nice tanned glow look to my face. So I load up my brush, and I use the e.l.f. powder brush for this. Oh, did I mention I use the e.l.f. powder brush for my foundation as well? This is another one. These are like £3.50, excellent value for money, and I've got like 3 of them. You can use them for powdering, for blush. Again, I don't like that flat look that the foundation gives to your face, so I like to also use a highlighter. And I use most of the highlighter on the upper parts, the high points of my cheekbones, and then whatever's left over, I sort of take it just above my eyebrow, down the centre of my nose, and slightly onto my chin. Usually I stop there. Sometimes I will also add some kind of a lip product, and the one I used today was the Smashbox Lipstick. This isn't the right colour, here we go. This is the colour Peony, and I really like the Smashbox Lipstick. As you can see, I've got another one as well, because they're very much like a balm, so it doesn't feel like lipstick. I'm very, very happy. That's it. That's everything that I use on my face. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, inshallah. I'm trying to read your comments and trying to do the videos that you guys request. So I hope that those of you who requested this video enjoyed watching it, inshallah. I'm going to leave this video here, and I'll catch you really soon in my next one, inshallah. Toodles.